Share screen. Okay, so while it's building, yes, I think last time we did sign in. I'm not sure we did sign in. Did we do sign in? Oh, we did sign in, sign up, forgot password.
Yeah, we really did a lot last time.
Yeah,
I
we
think
did.
you were gonna go over something on the last page of like some last section, but I don't think there was enough time for it.
Let me look that up.
I just remember what it was though.
Let me do while building. It's like your building takes forever.
Let's see. Wait, what the hell? I think it was. Oh yes, Cloud Firebase read and write. Right.
Why does it take to why you
Oh,
rebuild everything? Or
because I was when I pushed it to a different repo, I just decided to completely delete all the pods so that it doesn't mess up the version control.
oh.
So when I rebuild, I'm like doing it from scratch. All right. So, okay. Let's see. We are in sign in controller. Okay, so that's kind of what we did last time. And if I do sign in, let's see. If I do sign in, I forgot what the password was.
I think it's only
Okay.
up to 6, whatever the minimum was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. And I think it's so slow because I added a delay manually. Yes, I did. I added a 2-second delay on
Oh yeah.
purpose. All right. All right, 1 sec. All right. Let's delete this so it doesn't delay. Okay. So, I don't think I explained this line last time, right? Did I? I forgot.
No, I
I
don't think so.
don't think so. No.
Yeah. So what this does is it resets the root view controller. So imagine, let me try to find like a picture. Navigation stack. Let me try to find a picture so it's easier to explain. Okay, this is a good picture. Let's say you're on the settings page. You open up your settings app, and then you go into general, and then you click something else, right? And then when you're on this auto lock screen, let me just full screen this one. When you're on the right screen, the auto lock screen, right now you have 3 view controllers in the navigation stack. You have the settings view controller, which in this case would be the root view controller. So the root view controller means that nothing else is above it. Sorry, nothing else is below it. So you see there are no more view controllers to the left of it. So this is like the root view controller, which is like the bottommost controller. And then you have this general view controller that's pushed onto the settings, because you can see there's this back button, that's the navigation bar. So this general controller was pushed from the settings controller, and then the auto lock is pushed from the general controller. So, this navigation stack now has 3 view controllers. And the reason why we sometimes want to change root view controllers is that imagine if the user logs in and then they still have a back button leading back to the login page. That's obviously not right. Right? You never see any app doing that, where you just swipe. If you swipe, you can swipe yourself back to a login screen. Nobody does that. Now, if you're in the Storyboard application, of course, what you can do is you can just present a new screen, full screen, so that the user cannot swipe back no matter what. But the problem is, let's say we present this general screen instead of pushing, we just present it modally, right? And as a full screen model, so there's no like, you can't swipe down to dismiss it. And you cannot, you basically can't dismiss it without like a button that's linked to a dismiss action in code, right? So if it's a full screen presentation, you can't dismiss it. But the problem is, this settings view controller, although you're only seeing the general view controller after it's presented modally, this settings view controller is still in memory for the duration of the application. So like it's just sitting there wasting memory, doing nothing, right? And then, and if you go to this auto lock screen, if you present this one, just as like a card or something over the general, and then you accidentally call dismiss one too many times, you just kind of go back to the settings or the login page, and that's that's not what we want, right? We want it so that we want our root view controller. We want to set our root view controller because first we don't want any back buttons here. And second, we want it so that even if we call dismiss by accident, it's not going to lead us back to another screen unexpectedly. Because sometimes those glitches will happen. Let's say this auto lock view controller has like an X button on the top right corner. And when the user presses on it, your app kind of lags for a bit, and the user taps it again. And that actually, what it does is it actually calls this dismiss 2 times. And it's going to dismiss auto lock. And you're only supposed to press it 1 time because the moment you press it, it just dismisses. But because the app glitched, it was frozen for a split second. So the user managed to trigger the dismiss twice. So you can dismiss auto lock. And then you're going to unintentionally dismiss this view controller, and then you're back to the login screen that you don't want to see. Right, so that's why we change our root view controller. Let's go back. And the most direct way to change it is just by doing this. Now, if you guys look back to app delegate, or rather, sorry, scene delegate, what we do when we first initialize the app, right? We give it a window, we give it a scene, and look, we give it a root view controller, right? So we give it a controller to start off with, and then we make the window key invisible. So here, what we're doing is because we don't have access to the Windows variable, right? So we had access to this window variable here, so we could just do window.reviewController, controller, but we don't have access here. So we have to call this kind of global object, your application.shared.windows. Now, why is it Windows? So I'm not exactly sure why it's Windows, it's plural. So, but apparently for iPad OS, you can actually have, you know what? I don't even know. I'm not sure, but they changed it, and they changed it in iOS 13 or something. So I think like somehow a single application can have multiple windows or something, like if you open it up side by side. I'm not too sure, right? But all you have to know is when you're calling your application.share.windows from your application, the first window will always be the window of your own application, and which means it will be the same window as this window. So you can use it as if like you're in scene delegate. So just as we changed it, we did window.rootViewController here in scene delegate when we initialized the app, we can do it here to change what root view controller we're on. Did you guys have a question?
Priorities view controller is the one you made, right? It's the one.
Yeah, it's the one I made. It's the one I made. Yeah.
So just pretty much, yeah. That's actually, and then you're forcing it. So the question mark dot is forcing it, saying that you know for sure that exists.
Actually,
right?
question mark. So exclamation mark would be forcing it.
Oh, question mark means that it's true
question
or not.
mark means if it's nil, then this just does nothing.
Okay, cool.
It doesn't crash. Right. Yeah.
Just making sure I understand everything. Cool.
Yeah, and it's always a question mark, because even in scene delegate, it was an optional. So it's just an optional property. That's all.
Cool.
And this is optional because apparently, I don't know how, but apparently there is a chance for this Windows array to be empty. Now again, I don't know why it would be empty, but there is a chance. So, oh, okay, so look, the app's visible in hidden windows. See, I don't even know an app can have 2 windows, but there you go. I'm
Apple.
guessing if you
Wait,
have,
won't that be like picture in picture?
yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Maybe it's picture in picture. I have no idea. I actually have no idea. Yeah, no idea. So this is how I do it. Now, obviously, if I do this again, you guys are going to see that it's not very elegant. You know what? Let me just bypass the login for now because, for the sake of demonstration, because you guys already know how to log in.
Yes, we
I'll
do.
I'll just press it, and then this is going to go to the next screen. Yeah. So on this screen, so now we're on this screen. How about let's do this? Oh, geez, the Zoom header is really annoying. Let's go to. So I take it you guys don't have this file, right?
I literally just copied it right now. I'm gonna copy it onto. I'm on the GitHub repo.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
one
sure.
second.
That's fine. So what I'm going to do actually, I'm just going to add a button, right? I'm not even going to add a button. I'm just going to do, let's see, view did load. Right here, okay. I'm going to call dismiss on this and see what happens, right? So I'm going to do dispatch queue.main.async after. And then it'll be now plus point, I'll do 1 second, and then it's going to execute dismiss. And it's going to print dismissed. All right. Yeah, self. Actually, for the sake of demonstration, you know what? Wait, why are these the same? It says sign in, but it's actually not sign in. What? Okay. Okay, so for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to comment this out first. I'm going to first present it modelly full screen, and you'll know what I mean. So I'm going to present priorities, view controller, and made this true, and completion, nothing. All right, so let's say we present it modelly. Right, if I click sign in, you see? Okay, nothing happens. Wait, attempt to present. Which is already present. Oh, I see. It's the spinner that's messing things up. Let's get rid of that too for now. Because you can't present and present. Okay.
You took everything off the sign-in page. How did you? Let's.
Oh, I just kind of bypassed this authentication closure.
Oh.
So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So it used to be within the closure. So it used to be that this present would only trigger if there were no errors within the authentication, but I just moved it out. So even if there are any errors, I don't care because outside of the closure, everything's synchronous. So this will be executed still, even if this fails or something. Right, but you can see that if I press sign in, so I set it to where it dismisses after 1 second. But okay, let's comment this out for now, right? So let's say you're using a model presentation instead of changing your root view controller. If I press send in, well, the user can just slide it back and they're back to the sign-in screen, which is obviously a poor user experience, right? That's obviously not a good UX. Now you can say, okay, well, big deal, right? I'll just make it full screen. So remember how this worked? It would be priorities.model presentation style, and that would just be full screen. Right, big deal, right? I'll just do it. I'll just do it full screen. Oh, whoops! I actually have to
Let's see if it works. Oh, got it. All right, I got it to work.
Yeah, nice.
The priorities in there.
All
Okay.
right, so you
Sorry,
see.
I've been ignoring you. So all right, I just got it to work.
Oh, no
What'd you
worries.
say? What did you say?
So I'm saying, okay, so I'm saying if you so we're trying to deal with, you know, after the user signs in successfully, we want to switch to the next screen, right?
Okay.
And we don't want the user to go back to the sign in screen unless they click on log out or something, right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that how are we going to do it? So I said we should change a root view controller, but I'm just going to show you the alternatives first and why they don't work.
Okay.
So first you can say, okay, well, we can just present it, right? We can use a model presentation, but the problem is, well, the user can just slide down and
Slide
they're
it
back
back
to the
down.
screen,
Yeah.
right? And then you say, well, okay, big deal, right? Well, I can just make it full screen, and then the user can't slide anywhere, right? There's nothing to slide. They can't slide down. They can't go back.
True.
So I should be good, right? But no, okay. So let's say on this priorities view controller, which is this screen, you're presenting another view, and then you accidentally call dismiss one too many times. Watch what happens. So I'm just gonna have a 2-second delay, and then I'll just call dismiss. That's just simulating like what if you accidentally call dismiss twice on this screen.
It'll get rid of it.
Yeah, it will again just accidentally take the user back to the sign-in screen, right? And the sign-in screen and the sign-in screen too. Like as you can see, although you see it's full screen, the priorities view controller, but the sign-in screen is always still in memory, and you're just wasting memory sitting
That
there.
makes sense.
Yeah, and then like you're not doing yourself any favors because anywhere in the program that you call dismiss one too many times, you're just going to dismiss yourself back to the sign-in screen. So
that's why we use the UI application shared windows.
That's why we changed the root view controller entirely. It's like we just changed like the very bottom view controller so that even if I do, so let me comment all this out. But I'm actually going to leave this dismiss in because you're going to see if I change a root view controller, no matter what, like if I can call dismiss all I want, but nothing's going to happen because this is the new root view controller. Like it is the root. There's nothing before it.
Yeah.
Right. So you see dismiss was called, but nothing happened because again, it is already the bottommost controller. Like it replaced the sign-in controller, not just kind of was presented over it. I think that's like the main difference.
So pretty much, so it's kind of like how, you know, obviously it's a little different, but like when you allocate memory, so you're saying like the old memory is kind of gone, and you know we're clearing out space for this, right? There's no.
It's like if you're doing a modelly, it's just like you're never calling delete on the pointer.
Yeah.
You're just assigning a variable to something else, but you're not deleting the memory that you allocated previously, and it's just always there.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and well, I can also show you what's going to happen. What happens if we don't do so we tried presenting a modelly. Now, what if we embed a navigation controller, and we can see like how that's going to work, right? So first, let me show you how to embed a navigation controller programmatically. And it is so easy, you're going to cry. Okay, so let's just cut this, like Command X, cut it, and then just type in UI navigation controller. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, maybe it's not as easy as I thought. Oh yeah, see, root view controller. I don't know why it did that. Root view controller, and then just replace that with this. Right, this is all you do.
What's the key? What's the hot tab?
Huh?
For that? What's the like hotkey for that?
To do what?
To snap it to be UI. I'll just type it out. It's okay. UI navigation controller. I don't see that. It's okay. Keep going.
Sometimes autocomplete doesn't work. That's why I had to type down here for it to work.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, here it is. All right.
Mark, what about you?
I'm just watching because I need to configure my thing, so I'll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You want me to maybe send you mine? You think since mine is Not
No. Like my repo and stuff is fucked up, so it's okay. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah, I think he was trying to combine different repos into one.
No, well,
Or I
no.
guess.
What mine happened was like I deleted some old apps on my simulator, and then my simulator disappeared.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah,
All of them disappeared.
yeah. Remember, like the iPhone 12 won't even appear.
Oh yeah. I thought that was the deployment target. You just had to lower it.
No, not your code. Like I don't because
Oh,
I
okay,
want to
okay.
fix my thing.
Oh,
So
okay. So I guess, do you know, like, I think if you just go to like window and devices and simulators, I think you're able to download more,
no, nothing was there.
like
It's
a
okay.
add
I'll figure it out
button.
this weekend.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so do you guys remember? Okay, so now that we embedded this in a, where is it? We embedded our sign-in screen in a navigation controller. If we run this again, we should see a navigation bar
where do we see?
at the very top. See
I
this?
have to run it again. Wait, let me run it again. That's
Yeah.
why. A navigation bar? The yellow one? Why is mine yellow? Whoa.
Oh, yours is yellow?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
weird.
it's a bug. I think your Xcode version has a bug, or it is a bug only for like certain people that like a lot of the views will just turn yellow for no reason.
Well, it's definitely yellow, so
Yeah, yeah. I saw that bug on Reddit. I think it was pretty funny.
of course.
Yeah. Right. So this is the navigation bar, and for navigation bar, we can just define the title. It's a built-in variable. You can just do like title, like if the built-in variable equals like sign in or something. If we rerun it, you'll see it. Sign it, right? And do you guys remember in storyboards, what kind of presentation corresponds to a navigation controller?
I have no idea what that means. Like,
Oh,
I
so I'm
don't
just
know.
saying a push, right? A push presentation. So there's
Oh,
model presentation and there's push. Do you remember?
no.
It's okay. If I show you the animation, you're gonna recognize it instantly. All right. So let's just do navigation controller dot push view controller. That's a push.
Oh, dang. Yeah. Like the little
Yeah.
slide thing.
Yeah. So you see, so the two alternatives to changing a view controller is doing a present or a push. But you see, neither of them really kind of suits our needs, because if you push, you're gonna get this back button. Now, of course, there is a way to get rid of the back button, but the problem is, uh, again, this screen will still be in memory because technically it will still be in the navigation stack. Like you're just never getting rid of it. And if you call, so instead of dismiss, if you call pop view controller one too many times, oh, self. If you call, so pop to push is the equivalent of dismiss to present. So they're like the opposites, right? But if I accidentally pop one too many times, even if I get rid of the back button, it's just gonna go back by itself. See? So neither present nor push fundamentally changes like what the quote unquote base view controller is. But with but if we change the view controller, we do address that.
This is crazy. It's crazy how easy it is, though, like to just go from left to right. Like how like we're easily going from our sign-in controller to our priorities controller. Just literally like because all we did was like put that one line of code, the header and the title, and
Yeah,
now we're able to go. That's crazy.
yeah,
It's kind of cool, actually.
yeah. That's why I personally like doing it with code a lot because it's very concise. You don't have to control drag things around. And then I believe in storyboards, like if you try to do push, it keeps at least like when I did it, it kept telling me that push was deprecated or something, which is kind of weird. Um, maybe it was like that was a long time ago. Maybe I didn't have a navigation controller. But you see, like, if you just change your root view controller, even if you call pop view controller, nothing's gonna happen, because first there's no navigation controller here, so this will be nil. So this won't even execute. But even if there is a navigation controller here, this will be at the bottom of the navigation stack because we changed the root view controller. So there's nothing to pop towards because it's already at the bottom. So nothing's going to happen. So that's just how we sorry. So that's just how we switch screens fundamentally, so to speak. Now you may have noticed, well, okay, it's that's cool and all, but it's a very jerky kind of transition, right? You literally just go from one screen to another. And by the way, let me comment out all these. Actually, I'm gonna keep those in commented out, and let me bring back the spinner, which also brings the question: does the spinner still work?
My spinner worked. Oh wait, no, it didn't actually.
Oh, it
wait,
does.
no,
It still works.
did,
It still works.
but like
yeah.
very briefly works.
Yeah. What do you mean very briefly?
Well, didn't no, you're right. I forgot that we changed it to not be the whole page.
Yeah. All right, so let me get rid of this navigation controller here. Just revert it back to the way it was. Here we go. All right, but do you agree that it's a really jerky kind of transition? Like you literally just go from one screen to the next. It's not very aesthetic, right? And guess what? Of course, there is a pod for it. It's something called UI window transitions.
Pods for everything.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you. Yo, just
feel
think
like-
about how many cool things that you didn't get to do just because you were never introduced to CocoaPods.
Oh,
at
is this
this.
like cocaine? Is that
These
why
are-
it's called CocoaPods?
I mean, yeah, look at this. Like these are all root view controller changes, but this guy navigated it with like CA animation or whatever, and it made it like instead of just like literally like a screen change to this really nice looking animation. So why don't we implement this, right? So just copy this.
You send the link,
Yes.
or just put it. Maybe put it in the Discord. Actually, probably be better. That way it stays.
Let me send you a link.
Stays forever.
Permanent.
Permanente.
It's in the Zoom chat.
The better chat.
All right. So let me open up path file. Just pop it in there, really easy.
Oh, you know what I'm upset I didn't do. I'm upset I didn't copy my directory every week like you did.
Oh
That's
yeah,
smart.
so you can see the progress or something.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, you can commit every week, and it's basically like you can look back at your commit history or something.
Commit? I don't even think I've pushed code once.
You don't have to push. You can do it locally.
Oh, I could, huh? You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, and then so after you add it to your pod file, you just do another pod install.
Where's that link? Pod UI transitions. Here we are.
Right, and let's see how we use it. Okay, very easy. Super straightforward. So let's go ahead and implement it.
Did you put it in the file?
Huh?
Did you put use or like import? Did you import it yet, or you don't have
Oh
to
no,
import
not
it?
yet. I'm not back in Xcode yet.
Or just pod update, pod
Yeah.
install.
Yeah, pod install. All right, and let's do this in our sign-in view controller for now. And I'm going to import UI window transitions. And this is super easy. I'm going to wait for you. Wait for you guys.
Import UI window
Yeah. Now, if you have the GitHub repo open, they actually have documentation in there, which is like super easy to do. But we can do it together. So let's comment this line out. Let's do, so first we gotta, so we can have some options, right? So var options is UI window dot transition options, right? And then we have a bunch of settings. We have the, we can set the background. We can have like a closure that's like a completion callback. We can define the direction. We can, make it go to the right, to the left, up, down, whatever. We can also change the duration. There's also the style. So that's like the basically the animation interpolation. Like if it's ease in, ease in, out, or linear. You can customize quite a lot of things. So let's start off from. Let's go through them one by one. So what's the background? Yeah.
Did you import package description or UI? Why didn't that work for me? UI window. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
sometimes Xcode is slow. You might have to force build it one time in order for it to kind of react.
Here we go. Options dot. Okay. Animation dip stop background completion.
Yeah.
Pause. That's a
So
lot.
let's go ahead and do background first and look at, and we can see you can either have no background, which is black, which obviously isn't good. I mean, but let's let's set it to none first. Let's just keep everything as default for now, so I can show you how the individual settings affect things. So share that. Oh, key window. Okay, this is already like Windows dot first. Root view controller equals. Oh, sorry. Dot set. Oh wait.
Key windows. What's the difference between windows and key windows?
Wait 1 second. Wait, this guy did it. So don't ignore me for now.
Google.
Set. Oh, there it is. Okay. Wait, but I think. All right, 1 sec. I'm not convinced. Oh, okay. Yeah. This is the bad way of doing it. Don't follow the documentation. This is the proper way to do it. Okay. So it's UI application because whatever he had on the documentation, it was already deprecated by I think in Swift 5.1 or 2. So let's do so just basically the same as what we had down here. UI application dot share dot windows dot first, but instead of dot root view controller, we do dot set, and then you can, and if you scroll through, it's not the first one that pops up.
Yeah, no, I see it.
If you scroll through it, so root view controller and options, this one.
Options, yeah.
Yeah. And it gives you this. So the root view controller would just be the one that you want to go to, which is in our case priorities view controller.
Priorities. And
the options is just whatever options we had, we set back here. So we can just pass it in. And for now, I don't want to do anything after it's complete. So let's just do nil for the completion. So now let's run this again. All right, so now if I click sign in, oh, you see, that was a neat animation, right? You can try it for yourself.
Oh, yeah. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Looks kind of the same though. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's very, very similar.
Yeah, it's pretty mechanical. It's not a lot of, it's not very graceful. So, we're gonna change that. So let's see, the background, what if we change it to snapshot? All right, let's see what kind of difference does that make. Okay, but it's still very harsh. Fast. It's very harsh. So we can do, let's change the style because we want some ease in and ease out. Let's do ease in out, see how that affects it. Okay, it has a bit of animation going on. What if I just want to ease in? And then maybe I want it to be slower, right? Who knows? The default is 0.2 seconds. I'll just do 1 second. 1 second is probably too slow. Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
But lots of options to mess around with to ease out. I can never tell between ease in and ease out. Okay. Can also do like a solid color. Right, just to get rid of the kind of, yeah, that was kind of, oh, okay. I think it's the spinner that's messing it up. Let me comment the spinner out. Okay, so it's going to, I think I know I've run into this issue before. I forgot how I fixed it. Default linear background. Let me check. You know what? I'm pretty sure I opened up an issue with this guy. I did plug player display. Let's see. All right. Okay, but regardless,
Yeah, no, it's more customizable.
It is what it is, but it's a lot more customizable. I have to kind of figure out why it's doing that. I definitely know why it's doing that because I've run into this issue before. Let's see how it works with the spinner. Okay, maybe it's a little bit weird. Maybe we'll not do this. It's okay. But now at least, you get the idea. Now we're on the second screen. So on this priorities view controller, I also wanted to talk about something. So you may have noticed my two views on here.
Yeah.
So you might be wondering like what it's doing. So I wanted to demonstrate the other day. I wanted to demonstrate two properties. So one's called content compression resistance priority. The other one's called content hugging priority. So what they mean is that so content compression resistance priority basically means when you have let's say in the case of these two views, right? You can see that the way it mainly let me see how I phrase this. Okay, so I didn't actually do what I was thinking. So let's say in the stack view, right? Stack view, by default, stack view tries to fill the entire width or height of the stack view, right? Depending on the axis that you give it, it tries to fill everything in. But how, we've always wondered how does it know what to fill in, like which view to stretch and which view to shrink, right? Because if you remember in our sign-in view, this blank space right here is actually a UI view. We just used it as a spacer, if you remember. It's actually sign in. It's here. We have the spacer, and the spacer is just a blank UI view. And we said back then that we were able to do it because was it week 4? No, it was earlier. It's week 3. I had a screenshot. Or is it week? Damn, I forgot. Was it week 1? Week 2? It can't be that early. Okay, I can't find it. But anyways, So the reason that UI view is being stretched in the stack view is because it does not have an intrinsic size. So it's basically like it's just saying that, you know, I don't care what my size is. You can do whatever you want with me. So stack view just did whatever it wanted to it, which is just stretched it until all the other views kind of until like the entire thing filled the screen, right? Now I'm going to close this. Now in our priorities view controller, we have these two views, right? And they're both they're two UI labels, right? And they're basically the same. The only difference is the content hugging priority. And view one has a lower content hugging priority. So content hugging priority refers to how resistant the view is to being stretched. And content compression resistance is how resistant the view is from being compressed, right? So if I set the priority of the content hugging to low, it means that view one compared to view two cares less about if it's going to get stretched or not. So it's more open to being stretched. Now, if I change this to default high, you're going to see that hopefully view two is going to be more stretched than view one. Yeah, you see? Because now compared to view two, view one cares more about being stretched. So it does not want to be stretched. So instead, the stack view looked at those two views and say, okay, so who's between these two views, who wants to get stretched more? And that would be view two, because view one has a higher priority to not getting stretched, which is getting hugged. You know, when you're giving someone a hug, you're kind of stopping that person from stretching. You can think of it that way. So
Okay.
so because view one has a higher hugging priority, it's more resistant to being stretched, which is why stack view has to stretch view two, because it's less resistant compared to view one from being stretched. Now, if I change this back to default low again, it just means now view one says, okay, you can stretch me more than view two compared to the other views. So now stack view decides to stretch view one instead. Do you think that makes sense?
Yeah, no, that does.
So let me show. I showed you this one. Let me show you the other one. Which is this the one? Let's see. Top margin, the margin. I actually forgot what I did here, but let's find out. So I'm guessing I should I'm guessing this is how I did it. Okay. So now you see. So now the problem becomes both views. So you see that their text is very long. So both views are fighting, trying to get more space. So in the previous case, they're trying to. So in the previous scenario, the sum of the two views, the width of the sum of the two views, or the sum of the width of the two views, it's less than the actual view, the actual width of the stack view, which means stack view has to stretch one of them to fill in the space. Do you agree? So in the last situation, the two views added together, their width is less than just the width of the stack view, but per stack view's principle, it cannot leave any blank space within itself. So it has to stretch one of the views because it's got to fill that blank space. So that's why last time we're talking about hugging priority, because hugging priority means how resistant they are from being stretched. But now we have a different case, right? Now our case is that both views, if you add their widths together, it's actually more than the total width available. because you see they both have very long text. And the nature of UI labels try to display as much text as possible. But in this case, it's not possible because you see the screen's only so wide. But view one, but if you add all the text together, it actually goes past the screen. So in this case, where we have to talk about something called content compression resistance, which means how resistant a view is from being compressed. So now you see on the screen here, view one is being compressed, but view two is displaying all of his text, because view two has a slightly higher priority. It's just 101 versus 100. It has a slightly higher priority, so it has a slightly higher resistance for being compressed compared to view one. So now all the layouts going to take a look at their priority and say, okay, so view two compared to view one does not want to be compressed more. So we're just going to compress view one instead. So what would you think would happen if I change this to 99?
The green is going to be compressed.
Yes. So now we're saying that. So now we're saying view two compared to view one is more open to being compressed, and indeed that's what happens. So now view one gets to display all of its text, and view two is getting compressed. And you see, this is not a snap. This is not a what is it? Not a stack view. This is all the layout, right? So all I did was I added two views, right? And then I constrained the top and the bottom and the left of view one to the super view. View two is top, bottom, and right to the super view. But you see, I constrained their middle to each other. So I constrained the right side of view one to the left side of view two, and left side of view two to right side of view one. So it's kind of like they're just referencing each other, and then the all layout engine doesn't know what to do in this case. And you have to give it a tiebreaker, like who's gonna listen to who, right? And this is how you give them a tiebreaker, by setting, by telling it which view to expand more and which view to compress more, that kind of thing. So if I actually, I forgot what would happen if I set them to have the same priority. I think it's just arbitrary which one gets compressed. Yeah, it's kind of arbitrary. I think just whichever one gets added first. What if I flip this? Yeah, I guess it's just arbitrary. I'm not sure how it breaks ties, but I think it just chooses view one deterministically. I don't know why it does that. Like if I name it to view three, is that going to make a difference? I actually don't know. Let's try it. Or is it because I added the constraints for the blue view first? Maybe that's why. I think that's more likely the reason. I don't think they're gonna. Yeah. Stupid thought. Uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure if I move this up, then the green one will be more expanded and the blue one will be compressed. Yeah, there we go. Right. So you saw how so I was just trying to demonstrate how these worked. I was trying to fit it within the material a couple weeks ago, but I think it was kind of a weird tangent to go off of, so I just kind of saved it. But yeah, in a lot of situations, when your views, when you have constraints like this, like they're referencing each other and they're not doing the thing that you think they're doing, maybe try to adjust the priorities and see if that's going to help you. That actually did help me a couple of times when I was working with table views.
Yeah, it's just like CSS, just like CSS vibes right now.
Yeah, man, those three letters are cursed. All right, so there's that. What else did I say I was going to talk about? Let's see. Give me one sec. I think I also said, sorry, one moment. Okay, I said Root view controllers, we did that. Embedding a navigation controller, we kind of did it, but I have to show you more. Table view controllers, all right. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk more about navigation controllers, right? So to talk about it, we have to first embed this view in a navigation controller. So let's just do that. So the root view controller, instead of just directly doing priorities view controller, let's wrap it in a UI navigation controller. And then the root view controller will be priorities view controller. Now, if you run this again, if you log in, you're going to see this this navigation bar here.
Did we wrap it in? We wrapped the set.
So the root view, the root view controller, it used to be just priorities view controller. We wrapped it in the UI navigation controller.
UI navigation.
Yeah.
But we didn't change UI navigation in the scene delegate, right? We just.
Oh, it was for demonstration. I deleted it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Let me know when you got it.
All right, I'm checking it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yo, there's like a yellow and another black mark. Yo.
Yeah, but it's a bar. There's a bar here, right?
Yeah, it's just yellow.
Yeah, it's just the background's messed up, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a bug in the simulator, I think.
That,
in that specific version, the simulator, I think.
It's the Xcode version of the Red Ring of Death. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm actually not sure because I'm gonna kind of go over how you can customize it. I'm not sure if it's gonna work if it's like glitching the yellow. I'm not sure if the colors work, but anyhow. So let's delete this. Right. So first, as I said before, there's a built-in title variable for each view controller that basically controls whatever title it is that appears on the navigation controller. And because it's an existing variable, you don't have to declare it, it's already here. So you can just do title equals, and we can call it what? Priorities. And if you run this again, it's going to show up.
Got it.
Yeah. Now you can do more things with the navigation controller. And you can reference the navigation controller just by typing navigation controller. And you can see it is, again, a built-in variable, but it is an optional because it is possible that maybe in the sign-in view controller, right, we didn't wrap it in a navigation controller, but it's still available. It's just going to be nil, right, because it's not wrapped in a navigation controller. But this one is, so it won't be nil. So this won't be nil. And if we actually just do dot, we can see a lot of things, right?
Oh wow, that's actually a lot of options.
That's like, this is actually new. Bar height on swipe gesture recognizer. I don't even know what this does. Actually, let's try it. I don't think I've seen this before. Okay. Oh, okay. It's not. It's read only. Okay. Get only. Okay.
Toggle. Storyboard.
Oh, hide. Okay. Hides bar on tap. Hides bar on swipe. That's interesting. I've never seen that before.
Boolean indicating whether the navigation controller is hiding.
Let's see what it does. Oh, interesting.
That's cool. Oh, that's cool.
Interesting. This did not exist before. Before Swift 5 at least.
So that'll be for like full screen effects, right?
Yeah, kind of like your Safari stuff.
Kind of like Netflix. Maybe when you're watching Netflix and you want the tabs to go away.
Yeah, or what if hides bar on swipe? Let's see what that does. I have to simulate a swipe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's kind of cool.
Like I know I've seen that for if you're watching videos, they cut off like around the notch, right? So
Yeah.
is that something you have to do manually or like
What do you mean cut off around the notch?
so instead of or like some players so because like you know how if you're watching it horizontally, right?
Yeah.
Then you maybe like you don't want your content some of your content be blocked by the notch, so then
Oh yeah. You
the
see that?
edge.
So if that happens, it means they didn't use save area layout guide. Remember this thing called let's say make dot trailing dot equal to. There's something called SMP dot no save area save area something.
I think we've learned about that yet. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I don't
So
remember going over that.
view dot save. Oh yeah, save area layout guide. Dot SMP dot something. So I think the reason we didn't go over it is because if you just do margin, actually no, it doesn't do that. You know what? Yeah, that's a good opportunity to talk about it. So let's undo the navigation thing for now because I actually no don't undo it. It's too complicated. Yeah, we can just do like hide bar on tap. I just wanted to be able to see like the top. That's all. Okay. So you see at the moment here, right? These go all the way up, right?
Hmm.
Which is not very good. But you see if I rotate it, it doesn't, which is interesting. Um, but I think if we so right now we're doing top margin, bottom margin, trailing margin equal to super view, right? So let's get rid of the margin because I think they're pointless actually. I thought they imply a save area layout, but apparently not. So let's do equal to view that. So what save area layout guide means is that it automatically excludes the notch or anything for you.
Oh, does it also include like the bottom where the
Yeah,
bottom
where
home?
yeah exactly. It
Okay.
does that for you. So I think this is it. I think SnapKit knows how that works. So let's see if it crashes. If it doesn't, then it means SnapKit is smart enough to figure out the individual constraints. Save very low, okay. It is smart enough to figure that out.
Oh,
Oh, and look at this. It's moving.
yeah.
Because guess what? Smart save area layout also excludes the navigation bar.
It fidgets at the bottom if you swipe up and down, right? If you look at the bottom.
Yeah, yeah, that thing is excluded too.
Yeah, but it was like moving. Was the bottom part supposed to be moving?
Oh, okay. So this is just because this is moving because this navigation bar was moving and then it's kind of glitchy. I don't think that happens in a real device.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but yeah, it's not supposed to, but it's just a little glitch, I think. But you see, because you see
It's just a little glitch.
because you see when it expands, it doesn't, right?
Starts.
Yeah, it was just like one expanding. There's like a tiny.
Yeah, yeah. But I think do you think this answers your question, like how to exclude it?
Wait,
Yeah.
I lost my green. Where did the green go? Hold on. Top, bottom, trailing, equal to. Oh, there's a leading. Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
It's getting easier to debug too. Like I'm trying to like know what to look at.
Yeah, exactly. So actually, you know what? Let's look at.
Oh, I lost my blue now. Crap.
Let's take a look at.
One is trailing, one is leading. So make sure you have the order correct.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
They're not both the same.
I got them all mixed up.
Yeah. All right. So if you want to go to this web page, I'll post that in Zoom. So they have this diagram that kind of shows you what they consider as a safe area layout, as a safe area. Right. I'm actually going to turn off dark mode because it's interfering with my ability to read. But you see for if there's like a navigation bar, the navigation bar is counted as like a safe area. It automatically kind of blocks it out for you, which is the case, which is in our case, right? You see it kind of moves depending on if the bar's moving. And also the bottom part for like the iPhones without a home button, right? The top or like any tab bars, I think. These are also safe areas, I'm guessing. Right, you can also extend it to include custom views and blah blah whatever. Right, but yeah, it's just interesting. A lot of the apps, they do not respect this, probably because they're like React Native or something. But I've noticed like poorly made React Native apps tend to be the worst offenders of safe area layout. Like the literally the back button or the menu button would be behind the time. Like I can't click to it. It would just bring up the status bar.
That sounds whack.
Yeah, but look, you guys are already learning how to not make mistakes that a lot of apps make for some reason. So
Maybe you can put your course on Skillshare or Brilliant.org.
okay, not sponsored yet. And also let me turn dark mode back on. All right, so that's safe area layout. So let's get back to the navigation controller. Right, so the navigation controller, again, lots of things to customize. We did this hide bar on tab, which is pretty cool. I've never seen that before. It's been a while since I did native development. Let's see. You can hide bar when keyboard appears. This is interesting now. It can hide itself when you're in landscape mode to save some space. Yep, now it's gone. You can still make it appear because we had this to be true. But by default, it hides itself in horizontal now to kind of give you more space to look at. These are actually really interesting.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Does developing for, because I'm guessing by default, if you develop an app for like iPhone or iPod, and it's available for iPad to download, like they just upscale it, right? Or are you familiar with the behavior?
Like, what if I run this app on an iPad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know Instagram on iPad is just like upscale version, and then like, it looks really ugly.
Yeah, I know.
So
Ugly
so
as
is
hell.
it like how in web dev you can say, oh, based on screen size you do this kind of layout?
So
Is
the
that
reason Instagram on iPad is upscaled is because they do not have an iPad app.
yeah.
They only have an iPhone app, and the iPad is literally just running the app as if it's in an iPhone and then scaling it up like 200%. And it's not like good scaling. It's literally like with a magnifier.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let's do it, right? Let's run this on iPad Pro. See what happens. And you're gonna witness the power of all the layout. Or it might just mess everything up. I don't know. We'll see. It's always a surprise. I was actually surprised how well Q ran on an iPad.
Yeah, because I had to use that since my phone wasn't working.
Yeah, it was pretty neat, right? Nothing
Yeah.
broke. So that's the power of, again, doing everything properly with all the layout, not using frame-based layouts. Okay, you see, it's not too bad,
Yeah,
right?
it's
all right.
pretty decent. Yeah.
So if I click on create new account, okay, that's pretty aesthetically pleasing, right? Forgot password.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it all just looks really small though. Really
Yeah, that's true.
Because of font size, right? By default.
No, because okay, you have to realize, I think, this is not the physical size.
Oh yeah.
So if I do physical size, right?
Okay.
I think that's a lot better.
That is a little bit better. Yeah.
And if you actually look at this, I think, no, this is the wrong app.
Yo, where we came from, we've come a long way, guys.
I know. So you see, it's actually already slightly bigger. So Apple's already, so that's why you see we're operating on the point system instead of the pixel system, because Apple already tries to kind of make things slightly bigger for a bigger screen. But I think, this is, I mean, to me, I'm sitting in front of my computer and I usually hold my iPads closer, but this is like a pretty comfortable viewing distance for me, I think. And I think the size is all right. So, but if you zoom out, then, it's a different story. But of course, we can rotate, right? Still works. Just like if you rotate this one, it still works, hopefully. Yeah, it still does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then back to my question of
Yeah.
making custom layouts for iPad, would it be same like how in web apps you see like, hey, base it for iPads do this kind of layout, and for
No. So that, well, you only do that if you really have something that you want to, if you have something that you just want like a completely different behavior for an iPad. Otherwise, like as you see here, I'm just using the same code base and it just all works out.
Yeah.
And I actually don't think you're able to check if you're on the iPad or not. Let me look that up. I know you can check your OS version. Swift check if on iPad.
Because like, for example, on Facebook, if you do iPad horizontally, you have like the events and stuff on the right column. Whereas I don't think you'll see that on an iPhone.
Oh,
I
there we
don't
go.
have an iPhone.
This is the one. I mean, they probably, yeah. I mean, I think I'm sure you can have like different behavior, but depending on the screen size and whatnot. Yeah, but yeah, you are able to do that, but still, you see, it has to be a universal app. So, yeah, they probably just have like two interfaces for different kinds of devices or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be interesting to see how they implemented it, but hey, it's not broken. See,
Yeah,
our thing still works on an iPad.
it works well.
Yeah. Which is which makes me more bitter towards storyboards because it really just misleads you. It kind of makes you think, okay, like if I position it really carefully on the storyboard, then everything's gonna be fine. But it's not, right? The moment you start dealing with different screen sizes, you get screwed. Okay, so that was a tangent, but it's pretty good. We can just, it's very casual. We just talk about whatever we want. So let's get back to dealing with the navigation bar itself, right? So let's see what we can do here. Now we can change the back indicator. Now this is new. For mask image, I don't even know what that does. Mask for content during push and pop. Back item, like you can replace your back button with something else. You can even set it to nil because you see it's optional. So you can completely remove the back button if you wanted to. There's the bar position. Let's see what that does. Or is it a get only? Can I set it? I guess not. Let's see. Show quick help. No quick help. Okay. Okay, let's see what type. Okay, UI bar position. Bottom? Is it going to tell me it's a get only property? Yes, immutable. I knew it. Dot set bar or position or yeah, I guess I can't change it. Okay, so it's read only. It's okay. Bar style. Okay, there's black and there's default. Okay, let's take a look. What's default? I mean, this is default, obviously. Oh, no, it's an iPad build. Yeah, so as you guys can see, right, like even for me, like I'm still exploring all this programmatic stuff, and it just shows you again how good the documentation is. I think it's a lot of fun to just kind of go through all the things you can mess with and just kind of see what they do. Okay, so you see that's a black kind of navigation bar. Oh, wait, is that a bug? Did I just find a bug? Did you guys see that? So the text is black, but if I hide it and then so it turns white. Interesting.
Well,
oh, okay.
It's a feature.
You should email
It's a
Apple and say
It's a feature.
you want a job. Yo, mine is completely black.
What did you say?
Like it's just completely. Oh, you're right. It is a bug because like mine was all black, like black words and black background, and then when I moved it up and down, the words turned white. So
Yeah, I think your background's not supposed to be completely black. It's a completely black on your side.
yeah, it's completely black.
Yeah, I think it's just your simulator's bugged. That specific version of it is somehow bugged. And if you do default again, if you turn the bar style back into default, is it like again white? Sorry, yellow and whatnot?
Yeah, it's yellow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's broken. All right, so let's mess with the tint color, see what that does. Let's try blue. Oh, all right. So that's the background color. Turn it to blue. Nice. Let's see what's next. Compact appearance. What's this? Can I say that? I guess not. What is this? Interesting. Or oh, init bar appearance. CarPlay? What? Yeah, I think this is a getter. Or what? No member CarPlay. Okay. I actually don't know what this is. See, I don't know everything I'm teaching. Such a failure. Okay, we'll just skip that. Well, delegate is just some kind of delegate. It's translucent. Okay, so let's set it to true. See what happens. Okay, nothing happens. False. Oh, okay. So by default, it is translucent. And you see, when I set translucence to false, it got more blue, because when I set it to true, it was mixed in with a white background. So it's like a light blue. See, it's lighter. And if I change the appearance, why is it not changing? Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. You see, the blue kind of changes because it is actually translucent. And it's reacting with, it's kind of getting mixed and averaged with the background. Right, so let's see what more do we have? Items, yeah. Now you can have, oh, I think you have to set items, yeah. So you
Why
can
is it that we can't swipe up anymore when it's translucent? You notice that?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Oh wait, no, I was wrong.
You're wrong.
Wait, it went away. No, I think you can.
All right,
but
so let's.
It doesn't turn white anymore. The words don't turn white anymore.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's an interesting bug. I think because this is a relatively new feature and not a lot of people are really using it. I think that's why they haven't found it yet. But look at us. We found it. So, all right, so let's add some items onto a navigation bar. It takes in an array, so it's UI navigation item. Huh, I thought there were more. Wait, that can't be the only constructor. Oh, okay, oh, okay. I was confusing this with the other one. Okay, let's see what this does. Because I don't think I've ever tried setting a navigation item. I've only done like bar button items, which I'll show you in a bit. Okay, it crashed. Oh yeah, exactly. I can't do it. I'm not supposed to call this manually. Well, there's that. Large title text attributes. Ah, this is interesting. Prefers large titles. So, okay, turn this to true, and you're gonna see that your navigation bar is gonna look different. See? Now it's like the big bar. But if it's horizontal, then it's back to a small one. But this is like the iMessage navigation bar. So that's called the large title. It's pretty interesting. So let's keep going. See what else there is. Scroll edge. See. Not interested. You can give it a custom background image. Actually, let's do this. Let's do this. Why not? It's a chance. It's a good chance to good opportunity to show you some cool stuff. So let me get an interesting image. Something everyone can relate to. Something we've all seen, we're all familiar with. Let's go. Yes, of course, this is what I'm talking about. It's unknown. What the hell? There we go. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's set this, whoever this is, I don't know who he is, as our navigation controller, navigation bar background. So go to asset, and then you can just drag this in. And it's automatically going to copy it. And then let's name this nav background or
I
something.
think that also needs to be the app icon.
Huh?
I believe that also should be the app icon.
Well, this is too complicated. I don't have time to do all this.
Do you actually have to do all of them?
Yeah, you have to manually do all of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Oh.
Yep. That's the way it is. All right. So let's go back to the code.
So uploading that thing is the only where you can just directly do an Xcode, not like. Oh wait, no, actually.
What do you mean?
Because when like copying files from like a different place into the project, you have to do it in the Finder, right? Not Xcode.
Oh, that's just for C++ projects.
No, wait, what was for C? Because remember the other day I was like, I just copied.
Okay. Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah. So I think the reason is that this is an. Wait, so you're saying can you do it through Finder or can you only do it through Xcode?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Can you also do it through Finder?
No, because let me show you why. If you show this in Finder, you see it is more complicated than just an image.
Oh, okay.
It actually generates a JSON. And yeah, saw that. So it's more complicated than just having an image. So you can't really do it through the Finder yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just like files, then just like drop it in the Xcode itself.
Yeah. All right, so let's get a background image. You see, background image takes in something called takes in a UI image. Now you can just type in UI image, and you can see there's lots of initializers. The one we're interested in is named. So we just type in the name of our I don't know what this is, normal, Annie, default, I guess. So this is the name that we gave it in the asset catalog, navbg. Right, now let's run this and see what happens. It's probably gonna look horrific, but I'm totally gonna. Okay, it's completely black. That's interesting. I'm not too sure why it's completely black. Is it because template image? No, that's not it.
Let's see if mine works. I feel like I've never seen a picture on a nav bar though.
Yeah, because people usually don't do that. Let me try something else. Okay, so let's say that, what if I misspelled this? There's another way of doing it. Just type in pound key and then image, or no, you don't need pound, just type in image literal. Just type in image, it's gonna show image literal. And you can double click on it. It's gonna show you all the images you have, and you can click it, and that's it.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's see if this one will work. If not, then I actually do not know why it does not work. Okay, I actually have no idea why it doesn't work. Is it for like Annie? No. Actually, why is it not working?
Maybe it's our bar tint color. Is that causing it to?
It could be. Let's get rid of this.
Maybe it's a bar hide. I don't know. Let's get rid of everything, honestly.
Yeah, let's see. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't think people put. Maybe that's why you never see. Oh wait, no, mine showed up. Oh, take out bars, hides bars.
Oh,
on-
this one, huh? This one's messing it up.
Yeah, but it's also like it's scaled very badly though. Oh, take out prefers larger text as well.
Oh yeah, this one too, probably.
Yeah, but it's scaled pretty badly for me, so I don't know. Yeah, that's probably it.
Why is it blue from in my case?
Wasn't the top of the picture blue?
No.
Oof.
Oof.
Wasn't it blue before though? I saw it.
Yeah, but I commented this out.
Wait, I think.
Oh.
Wait, go back to the picture. It wasn't blue.
No.
No, nowhere. Is
That
it?
is no way.
This is. Are you calling this blue? I don't think so.
Mine showed up. Is there a way to scale it down though?
Yes, there is.
How do we do it?
Let me think about this. Wait, actually, I'm not sure how you scale it down. Let's see. Yeah, image. Let me just do like image literal. Wait, image literal. Actually, I have to do UI image. All right, let's see. Wait. Why is it error? Oh,
Need the quotes.
dot scale equals, let's do like 0.5, 0.3, I guess, and let's pass in image.
I don't know why yours isn't showing up though.
Okay, it's a get only property. Let's see, I have to look that up actually. Resize. Oh, okay.
Resize image mode.
Resizing mode. I don't think that's yeah. So it's more complicated. So basically,
Yeah,
if you want
no
to
worries.
resize it, you have to do
It's okay.
So you have to create a new UI image, and then you have to do image, or you have to do CG image, and you have to yeah, it's pretty complex. So it's CG image, then yeah, I'm not too sure how to do that actually.
Yeah,
That's a
don't
good
worry
idea.
about it. It's okay.
So anyhow, well, that's how you do it. So I have faith that it will work if I try this one more time. Or maybe it's just the picture. Maybe this picture.
Maybe it's
This
just
picture's
bad.
cursed. The picture's cursed.
If you put your headshot, I'm sure it would work.
Okay, I just don't know why it's blue.
I don't know either.
Yeah. That works. That one works in mysterious ways. All right. So, all right. What else is here?
All right.
There's background image.
How do we go back? That's what we're trying to do, right?
Go where?
Like go back to the previous. That's the point of the nav bar, right? To be able to go back.
Yes, but we haven't pushed. So we are already at the very back for this view controller. Because remember, we wrapped this in the navigation bar and we replaced the root view controller with this one.
Oh, so that's the only way to do it. There's no. I thought we were learning a way to do it through here.
Oh no. Okay. So are you talking about like the back button?
Yeah, like I thought we were literally creating. Oh, I see. There's no way to do it. Okay.
Yeah, because we already kind of
I see.
deleted the sign-in screen from memory.
You're
Because
right.
we changed the
You're
root
right.
view controller.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's also the tint color, which is, so this is very misleading. So you see how there's bar tint color and tint color. They're actually two different things. It's so misleading. And you see the tint color actually doesn't really do a lot, but bar tint color tints the bar. But let's actually sorry. Let's add an item to a navigation bar. Set item or set
Oh, also before class ends, we work on the Firestore stuff.
the what?
Well, the Firestore, Cloud Firestore stuff.
Yeah, I just because I haven't prepared this time. Yeah, because I want to do a table view that would pull data from Firestore and some images.
But it becomes
But I
harder.
haven't had the time to do the preparations.
That's
why.
smart. Plus, Mark's computer's not working, so it's probably better.
Oh, what did you say?
I said plus Mark's computer's not working either, so it's probably better.
Yeah. Yeah, we can mess around in this one for a little bit. So there's navigation controller that. Where's the bar button item? Let's see. Or did they change the name? Item? What? You can see it's been a while since I last did this. Let's see. Aha, of course. It's navigation item that, yeah, so you see set. You can set the left and right bar button items, item or items, you know, so let's set something on the right, right? So it's an array, takes in UI bar button item. And you can see that there are lots of initializers, and we can just choose the first one for now. Let's choose image. So if you choose the first one, you basically nil action, nil animated false. So this is basically you can choose from a bunch of system presets for the bar button. So let's do like save, right? And if I run this, you're going to see a new button pop up on the navigation bar on the right side. So you just save. Oh yeah, I should turn this off. And did you see, by the way? So the cyan color for the tint color actually applied to the save button. So the tint color applies to all the items. The bar tint color applies to the bar, and then I'm not sure what the hell applies to the title.
Magic.
Title, no, that's a string. Dot navigation bar. Yeah, title. Okay, so title text attributes. Oh yeah, so again, this ties back to our attribute string, if you guys remember. So you can set the colors. Wait, title. It takes in an array, and as attribute is string dot key. We can do like color, foreground color. Set it to UI color dot. Let's do like white. See if priorities turn white, the text. Oh, indeed, and it does. Okay, so I actually think this is way better than what they had before. I think what they had before, they had it tied to like this or something else, and it just wouldn't work half of the time. So let's just name it, do like system background, or just label. Let's just. Well, that's the default, so we don't even need this. Okay, so that's a bar button item. It's a preset, the system preset dot save. So let's do like dot play. I think it's going to change into an icon. Yeah, so now it's an icon. So there are some preset icons that you can use, like bookmarks. Yep, there you go. That's the bookmark. Now we can try something. Let me just change the color back so it doesn't look horrific. Because I still care about aesthetics. There we go. Okay, so bookmark. Now let's try a different initializer, right? What if I don't want to have imported the image for nothing? So image literal, of course, this guy, whoever he is, I don't know who he is. And the style could be done or playing, right? So the difference would be done would be basically bolded text if you have any text, and playing would just be playing. So you can just do playing, and no target, no selector, no action because I don't want it to do anything. So let's see if this image shows up. Okay, I'm pretty sure something's wrong with the image. I'm not sure why it's just like a, is it because it's too big or something? Yeah, it's definitely something wrong with the image. That's okay. And then again, as you saw here, it's an array, so you can have multiple items. Do like close, nil.
Is there a way to do the same logic? Is this
Yeah.
the same logic that gets done on the bottom? So like, you know, like when you're watching something, there's like a fast forward button or a play button or pause. Is it just the
Oh
same
no
thing?
no no. No. So that is handled by something called AV player or AV media player or something. So it's a dedicated component. It's like literally a built-in media player. And they just give you all the buttons. Unless, are you talking about like custom controls? Are you talking about like if you're watching some video on stuff like on the website on Safari and you full screen it? Is that what you're talking about, the controls?
I guess I was talking about that, but simultaneously, let's say like you're on Instagram and like, you know, there's just like 3 or 4 tabs down there. Would that be part of the nav, or is that like a separate component?
Oh, okay. So okay. So like the home and then the search and then reels
Yeah,
shop. Okay.
sure.
So that's called a UI tab bar controller.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can do that too. It's very easy. So let's check it out. UI tab bar controller. Let's see what the initializers are. Nothing. Interesting. So is it tab bar controller? Okay, equals UI tab bar controller. Huh, this is a little bit sketch, honestly.
This is a little bit. That's fine.
Yeah, I can't assign this properly. I forgot how you do it properly. Let me look it up real quick. Let's see. One sec. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah, so the way to do that, you have to create your own. Let's just go ahead and do it because I think it's related. So it has to be a new file, and then it has to be a subclass of UI tab bar controller, right? We can call it just tab bar custom tab bar controller or something. And then let's just, you can just save it here. Okay. So we've got our tab bar controller, and we can define how many view controllers does it have. So we can do let first VC equals, we can do like priorities or yeah, there we go. Priorities view controller. And then first VC dot tab bar item, and then UI tab bar item. So what this is doing is basically it's defining like the individual icon that appears in the tab bar that corresponds to this view controller. How does it look like? What does it look like? Right? We can even do like let second VC equals. We can even go back to our sign in view controller just for fun. And second VC dot tab bar item equals UI tab bar item. And it could be like history, I guess. And the tag is just like it's not really an index you give it. It's just something. It's a number you give it, so you can kind of you can reference individual tab bar items later, I guess. And now we can just do view controller. So a tab bar controller has a built-in variable called view controllers, and it's just an array of all the view controllers it should display, right? And in the end, when we're kind of going to the next screen, instead of going to priorities view controller, we go to our custom tab bar controller. Now let's see what happens.
you go back to the other?
Yeah, one sec. Actually, we should not wrap this in the navigation. 1 second. All right, let me run this. All right, which do you need? Which one do you need?
The custom tab.
Okay.
bar.
See, pretty easy to do. Now, of course, you click sign in. It's going to change the review controller again to itself.
Some of the stuff, and this is still a little confusing.
Okay, you know what? I have to get the image working. I must. I'm gonna grab a smaller image this time. Why is it not saving? There
Have
we
you
go.
seen something with a picture in it?
Sorry?
I said, have you seen something with a picture where it is?
What do you mean?
Like, have you seen an app with a picture in the nav bar?
No.
Nice.
I don't think so. Because usually it's a nice gradient, right? And then the gradient you usually generated programmatically. Although if it's a gradient, then using an image could be cheaper in terms of performance, but phones are so fast nowadays, it really doesn't matter. I don't think. All right, I have to get this friggin' I must get it working. The image working. All right, there we go. Title, Victor. Image.
Why is mine not working? Where's VC?
Let's go now with yours.
Where'd you get UI tab bar? Oh, I have controller. That's why. UI. What's the difference in UI tab bar item and UI tab bar controller?
What the hell is wrong with my images?
Got it.
Yeah. So did you say tab bar item and tab bar controller?
Yeah.
So the entire thing is a controller, and this individual thing, history, is an item. This individual thing, priorities, is an item. What the hell happened to the image?
Oh, it works. Well, it's not clickable, but it shows up.
Which one's not clickable? You mean the image or?
No, favorites and priorities.
What do you mean it's not clickable?
I'm just not able to click it. I don't know why.
All right, so go to your sign-in view controller and show me what you have for this one.
Sign-in view controller. I have custom. I have UI application. Wait, whoa. Shared Windows first set root view controller UI navigation.
Yeah, get rid of navigation. Just directly do tab bar controller.
Oh. That's fine. Oh, it's like it always gets hard when you miss something, and so like a lot of things start to kind of tumble down. All right, here we go. That. All right, let's rerun it.
Yeah.
And we should be good.
Oh, I think I know why it's a blue square. Because somehow it's using the image as a mask. So because it doesn't have any transparency channels, that's why it just shows up as like a blue square. That's interesting. I thought it was.
Is that Victor?
I don't know. I don't know who he is. He just showed up in my browser.
Oh.
I looked into my browser history and this guy's here. I don't know, man. It's a cursed image. Yeah, but I think that's pretty cool. So now, well, you basically already know the three main controllers, like the two main controllers for navigation in Swift. Basically, it's navigation and tab bar. I think these are the only two things that you can embed other stuff into. And when you combine them, like they're really cool. So by that I mean, if you go into your UI tab bar controller and wrap your priorities view controller into a UI navigation controller. So and that priorities view controller would actually, so this tab would have its own own navigation bar, but not this one. So I think that's pretty interesting. So yeah, but honestly, like,
Ooh, it works. Let's go.
yeah. So see now, like, you can already start to build out some complicated app hierarchy now, right?
Honestly, you really can now because like you have. I feel like most of the building blocks are here.
Yeah. Now if you let's do this. How about this? Let me just show you like how to go to the next page, because I can't show you a navigation controller and not show you how to go to the next page or something. So again, let's just, is it base? Do I have a base view controller? I do. Nice. Let's just do let's do P2. I just call it P2, priorities two. It's a blank one. I'll just add a title. Nothing to see here because it's literally, I'm actually gonna give it, oh yeah, it's literally nothing. It's nothing to see here. I'll give it a background color actually. Let's give it brown, or is it, or what's a good color? Pink. There we go.
Yeah.
It's my favorite color. So now let's make it so that when I click on the bookmark, it brings me to P2, the pink view controller. And to do that, target would just be self for the book. This is the bookmark, target self. And action, it was a selector. So we had to do, so it has to be like Objective C function, if you remember. Go to pink VC. And we have to do selector, go to pink VC, right? And in here, of course, you can still present it. You can still do a model presentation. You can do that. Let's just do a model presentation and see what it looks like. All right, if I click on bookmark, I've got this pink thing that's showing up, right? You see it's modelly presenting over everything else, over the tab bar, over the nav bar, everything. But I don't want that, right? I mean, the reason that I got a navigation controller is to avoid model presentations sometimes. And there are places where it's appropriate to use model presentation, but I think the majority of the times, you're better. It's better for you to stick to a navigation controller. So the way you push in the next one is, again, it's navigation controller push view controller. And animated, let's do true because we like animations. And now if I click on bookmark, you see we're on the next page. And you see that the navigation bar is indeed translucent by default. You can see it's a little bit red because this is pink. And then we can go back, right? And you see it's it's still like the tab bar is still on top of everything. It can still switch. Because if you look at it, it's pretty cool. If you look at the exploded view, if you look at it, and then if we go full on matrix style, you can see. So you can see that, and I can even see you can hide and show stuff by layers, and you can see how the tab bar and the navigation bar, and the tab bar is actually on the very top, and then see the tab items disappear first, and then the nav title, and then the two bars, and then the background. and whatnot. I think this is pretty cool. Sometimes it's very useful for debugging stuff. Yeah, but and actually, what if I say I want to programmatically in this pink navigation control, this pink view controller, I want to programmatically go back, right? And then the way you do it is, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do this because I want it to be delayed for like 2 seconds. Async after 2 seconds. And the way you do it is again navigation controller dot pop view controller. And it doesn't taking, it only takes in an animated parameter because you're just popping yourself off. You can't pop anyone else off because, all right, so it's again self dot. Because you can only pop to present the one that's in the front, which is usually yourself, because otherwise, you know. So all right, so 1, 2, it should go back. There we go. It's very nice.
I got an error somewhere. I don't know where.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Can you go back to your priorities view controller for a second?
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on the navigation item. Set right. UI bar.
So it's an array.
So bar button system item, you're creating that, right?
Yeah, I'm creating that. You can
Okay.
also create it beforehand and then just pass in the array of variables. I just created it right there within the array. And then there are like lots of initializers you can use. You know what? I'm not happy with this. You know, I need more. I need more. And do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add an image. So by the way, this is how you add an image. So it's an UI image view, because again, anything that you try to add to another view must be a view itself. And UI image is only an image, whereas UI image view is UI image plus a view container. So let's just do view dot add subview image view, and let's just use image view dot snap dot make. Let's just make everything make top dot bottom dot leading dot trailing dot equal to, of course, we want save area layout. And now this should be interesting. Now if I go there, oh, what's this? Nothing to see here.
That's kind of cool.
And also, actually, I'm gonna cancel the 2 seconds. For the image view, you can, so you saw that this is pretty distorted, right? So what you can do is you can change the something called content mode, and you can change how it's how the filling behavior works. So I wanted to keep its aspect ratio so it doesn't look hideous. So I can either do aspect fill or aspect fit. Or if we don't want to stretch it, we can just do center. So let's see what center does. Okay, so it just centers it. Now, what about aspect fill? Yes, it fills it, but it keeps its aspect ratio. Now we can also do aspect fit. So I think you can guess what it does. It fits it, and then keeps the aspect ratio. Right. So pretty interesting. Yeah, and you see, like, adding an image view to a view controller just took what? What is this? 5 lines? 6 lines? I think I don't think that's too bad.
I'm still trying to debug. Like,
Yeah, which way? Where
because you just kept typing, man, and how did you get it so that it just lets you pop up an image right there?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just type image. Oh shit. Hang on. So just start typing image and choose image literal and hit enter, and then you can double click and choose whatever you want.
I don't
Whichever
get
one you want.
image literal image. I only get image and image highlighted image.
Can you share your screen?
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I can share my screen though, because I still need help with another part.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Cool. Sure. Okay, you enable sharing.
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I think this part's done, but I'm still stuck on the
Oh, okay.
this part.
Yeah.
Like I don't. If you can kind of explain it again, I just.
Yeah, of course. No worries. Let's see. Oh, okay. So you see your action here. It's supposed to be the action on line 37.
Okay.
So just delete that. Delete that action. And also delete that parentheses and delete the comma. I don't delete the comma actually. And I think this is good. And target should be self. Target itself. And let's see, action. And then go back. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Oh, you're missing a bracket for the array. After the right before the comma, yeah. I think this should be good. And yeah, it's case sensitive, so there we go.
So we're saying navigation item set right button to be a list
of items
of these items.
Yeah, which in this case is one item.
And the item is close, right?
So close is only the icon, and you're using a system icon. So bar button item, if you notice, it has a lot of initializers. We're just using one of them because I'm too lazy to find like a perfect icon. So I'm just using one of the given ones by the system.
Oh, I see these.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Let's see if it works.
Oh, I see the yellow. Oh yeah, I think another thing you might have missed is oh, what the damn, your simulator is pretty
Yo.
that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
That's very trippy.
That's very bad. Okay, so go to your where is it? Custom tab bar. So yeah, so line 14, embed your prior user view controller inside a navigation view control inside a navigation controller. So you have to type a UI navigation controller. Yeah, and then open parentheses. Don't close it just yet because you need a custom constructor. So open it. Yeah, so it's root view controller. So you have to delete your priorities view controller first and then just type it. Yeah, there we go. And then you have to close it. You're missing a close parenthesis. Yeah. And this one, you don't necessarily need it. I didn't have it. You can have it for fun. It's up to you. It's just gonna give the sign-in screen the sign-in screen that's inside the tab bar and navigation bar. Wow, it's really yellow. This image is really fitting with this yellow background. Very dreary.
Damn, dude, it's crazy. This is awesome. All right.
Yeah.
I can't believe I kept up with all that coding. He was just going, man. He was just coding away. But learning fast.
I mean, yeah, I think that, I think the regular 344 and whatnot. I think it's too slow.
Yeah, it would no, that would have been boring.
Yeah. And you know the best way to know something is
Just to
not
do
by
it yourself.
listening, but
Yeah.
by just write. You know.
Dude,
And
we've come
then
a long way, honestly. Like,
yeah, we have. I mean, look at the very first thing that we did. Let me share. The very first
Notice
thing that
me.
we did.
notice me.
Notice me. Yeah. And if I type something, I don't even think this works. Oh, I have to click done. Oh, it doesn't even work. This one doesn't even work. What's this one? Okay, so this is what you just did.
Yeah, dude, look at that. We literally have a nav bar,
Yeah.
a tab bar,
Yeah.
pictures integrated. We have like Firebase integrated. Yeah, dude. I feel like I can get an internship from this app we're creating, dude. By the end of this.
Yeah, just show them this picture. You'll get an internship immediately. What's this one? Oh, notice me 2.0.
I do remember that one actually.
Notice me version 2. Wait, how does this one work? Oh, okay. Oh, I was demonstrating like how you can differentiate different text fields inside of a single delegate function. Yeah, but hey, it's not bad. This is me right now.
Enjoying the views. What mountain is that in the background? Does anyone know?
I don't know, man. No idea. Mark, do you know?
Looks famous.
For what?
I mean, you're the president of the Trojan CS Society, aren't
Wait,
you?
for what's the background?
I don't know. What's the background behind Victor?
Oh, um, probably like his private island, you know.
Makes sense.
Teaching SCMU and at USC is only a cover.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. I mean, I guess that's it. But I think although we didn't get to databases, but I think we learned quite a lot about how you can structure an app in terms of navigation and the user flow. So I think that's pretty good too.
Yeah, no, I think that was a good segue to an unplanned lesson that now we have little nav bars.
Yeah.
And obviously we can't go back, but I mean, you kind of hack it to go forward and backwards.
Yeah. What do you mean forwards and backwards?
Oh wait, do I have a back button? I mean, like, wait,
If you click into this one, then you'll have one.
oh, I do. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But because this is at the root, because
That's
so there's
at the
nothing.
root. So this
Yeah.
would be like a home page, like a landing page. And
Yeah, this is your homepage,
this
exactly.
is a landing page. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, this is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know why it's just the yellow is kind of bad. Though, I'm not gonna lie.
Just try to update your system. So try to install updates for your Xcode or your system, or delete the simulator, download a new one. I think that's just like your specific version of the simulator that has this issue.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. Well, all right. I guess let's go ahead and end it.
Yeah, I'll stop recording.